Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil Lesson 1. In this lesson, we'll learn how to quickly speak Tamil through English, and we'll just look at some general rules in Tamil, greetings, how to address family members, and some simple words. So we'll just use English to represent Tamil, so you don't have to know how to write or read Tamil to follow along. And just like English, there is no gender for inanimate objects in Tamil. Now, there are two ways that you can speak Tamil. One is formally and the other one is informally. So, let's say you're speaking to elders or VIPs, then you can speak formally. And whenever we encounter such a sentence, there will be an F denoting that. And similarly, you can speak informally, and you can just use this to speak to your friends or people who are younger than you. Then there would be an I denoting such a sentence. Pronunciation is really important for a person to understand you when you're talking Tamil. So here we have a few examples. Now, if you know another Indian language, you will know what I mean by Hrisvaswar and Dheerghaswar. So what that means is two different ways of pronouncing the same sound. So you see you have a couple of examples here. The first one is la versus la, and the second one is na versus na. So you can see that I've highlighted the second case as red, and it's capitalized. So that's when you know you have to stress a lot on the sound. So the next thing we'll look at is greeting. So how would you say hello and ask a few questions? Just start making a conversation in Tamil. So hello or hi is vanakkam, but it's really not wrong to say hello or hi. These days there are a lot of English words mixed in Tamil, but the right way is to say vanakkam. See you later. This is not very often used, but you can say pakalam or aprama pakalam. Now, aprama pakalam means see you later. Pakalam is just see you. Pakalam is actually also used in a different context, but we can worry about that later on. Let's say you have guests and you'd like to welcome them. You can say ulla vanga if you want to be formal, or ullava, if you're just calling your friend, or say, come inside, or ullava. Okay, and thank you would be nandri. Now, again, some people say nandri vanakkam. It's not necessary to use vanakkam again after nandri, but thank you would simply be nandri. Some more greetings. How are you in English would be, formally in Tamil would be Yeppadi irukeenga. Informally, that would just be Yeppadi irukken. Okay, and the answer, let's say, is I'm fine. So you can say Nalla irukken. Nalla irukken. Let's say you want to say it has been a while seeing you, or it has been a while talking to you. Then you would say Romba நாளாச்சு பார்த்து, or Romba நாளாச்சு பேசி. So பார்த்து is seeing and பேசி is talk. So ரொம்ப நாளாச்சு பார்த்து or ரொம்ப நாளாச்சு பேசி. The next slide, family members. So mother is amma, father is appa, older sister is akka, younger sister is tangachi, older brother is anna, younger brother is tambi. Some more family members. These are just simple words. So grandmother would be referred to as party, grandfather is tata, daughter is magal, son is magan, young girl is called as ponnu, and young boy is payan. Some more simple words are there in this next slide. So food in general can be called as sapada. Water is referred to as tanni. Inside is ulla. Outside is velila. So if you recall the previous slide, we had ulla vanga. So that means come inside. So ulla is inside and outside is velila. Yes is ama. No is illai. I know that looks like three L's, but the first letter is an I, so that's illai. Hot weather can be referred to as veil or sudu. Sudu is just, hot temperature wise, and cold weather can be referred to as kulir. Some more words. Morning is kalai, night is ratri, sun is suryan, moon is nila or venila. Today is innikku, tomorrow is nalaikku, yesterday is nethu, and every day is dinamum or dinam. And in the next slide, we'll look at how to address people in different ways. So Mr. would be Thiru, and then of course you would add the name after that. And Mrs., generally referring to married woman, would be Tirumadi. Sir would translate to Ayya. Madam is Amma. A young man can be referred to as Kumar or Kumaran. Young lady is Kumari or Selvi. A baby can be in general called as Papa. So this actually brings us to the end of lesson 1. I've hoped you've learned a few words. In lesson 2, we'll look at some more question and answers. So I'll see you in lesson 2. Nandri, Vanakkam, and welcome to Conversational Tamil lesson 2. In this lesson, we'll learn primarily how to ask questions. So where is yenga in Tamil? What is yenna? When? Yeppo? Why is ye or yedukku? And how is yeppadi? Now there is a difference between asking formally versus asking informally. So here I have a little table that might help you finding the difference between the two. So you would be neenga formally and ni informally. Yours is unga formal. Wa is informal. If you like to say are, what are you doing? Where are you? Formally that would be irukkinga, that would be added to the end of the sentence, and irukke would be informal. Come would be vanga formally, va informally. Go would be ponga formally, and po informally. So let's try asking some questions and then combine what we've learned in the previous slide. So what's your name would be Womper, and of course I've indicated all of these answers in the informal style. You would have to substitute with the formal style if you want to ask a person who's older than you. So what's your name would be Womper enna. Where are you would be Yanga irke or Yanga irkinga formally. How are you would be Yeppadi irke, Yeppadi irkinga formally. What happened is Yenna Achu. Okay, so some more questions in the next slide. We have 3 questions here in the slide. So for example, how long would be Yevlova Neram? Okay, Neram is time, so Yevlova is how much, so how long, or how long is this going to take? So Yevlova Neram, why did this happen? You can say idu edukku aachu. For example, if you want to change this to how did this happen, it could be idu eppadi aachu. Okay, let's say you want to ask when is the wedding. You can say kalyanam eppo. Kalyanam is wedding, eppo is when, so kalyanam eppo. Starting a conversation, generally you can start off by saying what's your name. So again we have the formal and informal style. So you can say unga per enna. So per is name, unga is your, enna is what. So what's your name becomes unga per enna. Similarly, informally you can say wom per enna. And let's say your response is my name is Sonia. So you can say em per Sonia. We have some more questions in the next slide. So for example, what are you doing can be நீங்க என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க formally or informally. நீ என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க? So பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க. பண்ணிட்டு means doing. இருக்க is are. So what are you doing? It's a combination. பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க or பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க. Let's say your response is I'm studying. Then you can say நான் படிச்சிட்டு இருக்கேன். Or let's say I'm working. You say நான் வேலை செய்றேன் or வேலை செஞ்சிட்டு இருக்கேன். The last slide is let's say you want to ask where do you stay. So formally you can say நீங்க எங்க இருக்கீங்க. Informally it would be நீ எங்க இருக்க. Let's say your response is I stay in Madras. You can say நான் மெட்ராஸ்ல இருக்கேன். So this concludes our lesson 2. In lesson 3 we'll mainly concentrate on numbers, and we have some question answers based on numbers. So I'll see you in lesson 3. Nandri,
Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil lesson 3. In this lesson we look at numbers and number based question and answers. So first we look at 1 to 10. 1 is 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, 6 6, 7 7, 8 8, 9 9, 10 10. Some more numbers. 20 is 20, 30 30, 40 40, 50 50. You can see that the first syllable that the word begins with is very similar to 2 3 4 5. 20 is based on 2, 30 is based on 3, 40 is based on 4, and 50 is based on 5. So 2 is rende, so you have that ra sound beginning. And then 30 is 30, 3 is 3, 4 is 4, 40 is 40, 5 is 5, and 50 is 50. So similarly 60 is 60, 6 is 6, so 60 is 60. 70 is 70, 80 80, 90 90, 100 is 100. So 90 and 100 are similar. 100 and 90. 90 is 90, 100 is 100. Now 1000 is 1000. So let's say if you want to say 2000, you can make it 2000, 2000 or 3000, 4000. Okay. Let's say you want to ask someone what the time is. So what's the time would translate to mani enna. Mani is time, enna is what, so mani enna. Let's say you want to say it's 5 o'clock. So 5 of course is anja, mani is time, so anja mani aachu, or you can just say it's 5, so anja mani. Okay, it's 1:15. Now 15 you can say is quarter of an hour, so quarter is kaal, so 1:15 would be onne kaal. 7:30, 30 is half of an hour, 30 minutes, so half is arai, and 7:30 is yelarai aachu. 11:45, 45 is 3/4, so that's 3/4 you can say, which is mukkal. And you can say mu is your moon, right? 3/4 is kal, so 3/4, mukkal. 11 is 11, so 11 mukkal. 12:55 you can say is 12 mani, 12 is 12, 55 is 55. Nimidam means minutes, so 12 hours and 55 minutes is 12 mani, 55 nimidam. Okay, let's look at some more number based questions. Let's say you're asked how old are you. Now that would be formally unga vayasu enna. Informally mo vayasu enna. And let's say your response is I'm 25 years old. You can say enakku 25 vayasachu. 20 remember is 20 and 5 is 5, so 25 vayasachu. Let's say you wanna say I'm 13, you can say எனக்கு 13 வயசாச்சு. 10 is 10, 3 is 3. So 13 வயசாச்சு. Some more number-based questions. Let's say you're at a market and you're trying to find the cost of certain things for sale. So you want to ask how much does this cost or how much for this. You can just say இது எவ்வளவு. இது is this. எவ்வளவு is how much. Or you can just say எவ்வளவு, how much. Let's say the item costs 250. They would say இது 250. 50 200 200. So 250 250. Let's say your response is that's expensive. You can say ரொம்ப விலையா இருக்கு. ரொம்ப is too much or high. விலை is cost. So ரொம்ப விலையா இருக்கு. Or if you want to say that's cheap, you can say ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கு. கம்மி is low. So it's the opposite of high cost. So ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கு. You can say or விலை கம்மியா இருக்கு. விலை is the cost is too low. Okay. So that brings us to the end of the lesson on numbers. I'll see you in the next video.
Vanakkam and welcome to lesson 4 of conversational Tamil. We'll look at daily activities, how to go about talking about daily activities, and some more words. So let's say you want to say I'm hungry or I'm thirsty. So hunger is pasi. So you can say எனக்கு பசியா இருக்கு. Let's say you want to say I'm thirsty. You can say எனக்கு தாகமா இருக்கு. Dagam is thirst. Let's say you want to say I want some food or water. கொஞ்சம் சாப்பிட வேணும் or கொஞ்சம் தண்ணி வேணும். சாப்பாடு, remember, is food. Water is தண்ணி. Okay. I want to shower is எனக்கு குளிக்கணும். குளிக்கணும். Kuli is take a bath. எனக்கு is for me. Right? A shower for me. எனக்கு குளிக்கணும். Let's say I want to say I am going to shower. நான் குளிக்க போறேன். நான் குளிக்க போறேன். I want to go out or I want to go home. எனக்கு வெளியில போணும். வெளியில is outside. So I want to go outside. I want to go home. Home is வீடு. So you can say எனக்கு வீட்டுக்கு போணும். Or you can just say வீட்டுக்கு போணும். Means I want to go home. Some more daily activities. Let's say you want to say let's go to the beach. Beachக்கு போலாம். Or if you want to go to the mall, mallக்கு போலாம். Let's go home is வீட்டுக்கு போலாம். I'm going out is நான் வெளியில போறேன். Right? Going outside. I'm going to school. நான் ஸ்கூலுக்கு போறேன். I'm going to work. நான் வேலைக்கு போறேன். Or நான் ஆஃபீஸ்க்கு போறேன். If you want to say I want to go to the office, you can say நான் ஆஃபீஸ்க்கு போறேன். Or say I want to go to work or I'm going out to work. நான் வேலைக்கு போறேன். See you later is அப்புறமா பார்க்கலாம். Bye, well, generally when you leave the house, when you're saying bye to someone, you always say போயிட்டு வரேன். It's a very positive way of saying bye. It's like I'll see you soon. I'll see you again. So போயிட்டு வரேன். போயிட்டு means I'll go. வரேன் is I'll come back. So see you later. It's almost like saying see you later. போயிட்டு வரேன். Some more questions. Let's say how's your work? You want to ask someone how their work has been. So உன் வேலை எப்படி இருக்கு? வேலை again is work. உன் வேலை எப்படி இருக்கு? Now, of course, if this is the formal way of saying, then you can say உங்க வேலை எப்படி இருக்கு? Okay. Did you eat? Now, formal way is சாப்பிட்டீங்களா? சாப்பாடு, remember? So it starts with that same sound. So சாப்பிட்டீங்களா? Informally, சாப்பிட்டியா? In response, if you want to say yes, you can say ama, or no is illai. Let's say you want to ask, what did you eat? So again, formal way is என்ன சாப்பிட்டீங்க? Informally, என்ன சாப்பிட்டேன்? Your response could be I had dosa or I had rice.
So you can say na dosa சாப்பிட்டேன் or na sadam சாப்பிட்டேன். Sadam in Tamil generally refers to rice. So na sadam சாப்பிட்டேன். Some more words. Somebody means yaro. Everybody is ellarum. Everything is ellam. Him is avan. Her is aval. You formally is neenga. Informally is me. And me for myself is na. Them is avanga, or it's also another way of formally referring to a female or a male, avanga. Us is nanga. Me is na, us is nanga. Yours is unga, formally or informally wong. Theirs, you can also say avanga or avangalodadu. Ours is namma or yenga. This is either, that is other. Inga is here and anga is there. So this concludes our video on learning more words and increasing our vocabulary. I'll see you in the next video where we learn about tenses. So I hope you've had a good time looking at this video. Nandri. Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil Lesson 5. In this lesson we'll look at tenses. So the present tense example, let's say we want to ask a question. How is it? Eppadi irukku? And if the response is it's good, you can say nalla irukku. Or if it's bad, nalla illai. Okay? The past tense, how was it? Eppadi irundhathu? It was good. Nalla irundhathu. It was bad. Nalla illai. Again, you can say nalla illai. Future tense, how will it be? Eppadi irukka pogudhu? It will be good. Nalla irukkum. It will be bad. Nalla irukadu. Some more question and answers. Whose is this? Idu yarodadu? This is mine. Idu ennodadu? This isn't mine. Idu ennodadu illai. This is ours will be idu engaldu. This isn't ours. Idu engaldu illai. This is hers. Idu avalodadu. This is his. Avanodadu. This is Sonia's. Idu Soniaodadu. This is theirs. Idu avangaldu. Okay, so that concludes our video about the tenses and some more referencing question and answers. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Nandri.
Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil Lesson 6, Pronunciation. I know it's been a while since I uploaded my last video, and I apologize. I've been busy with work and travel, and I've also been sick. I've had a very bad throat infection, so my voice was very bad, and it took more than a month almost to recover from that. And so I'm back finally, and this is my first video in the new year, so happy new year and happy Pongal to everyone. Belated, I should say. But anyway, let's go ahead and start off with lesson 6, which is pronunciation. And I'd like to point out that this lesson is very important because it's ultimately in the pronunciation that you can speak proper Tamil. So here we go. Let's take an example, and I observe that many people mispronounce this word. So let's take an example here. Let's say you want to say I am studying. You can say நான் படிக்கிறேன். நான் படிக்கிறேன். Not படிக்கிற. So whenever you say that, for example, yourself, you're trying to refer yourself and say that you're doing something, it usually ends with that na sound, படிக்கிறேன். You can see that it ends with an N there. Okay? But some people pronounce it as படிக்கிற. So that is totally different meaning. That has a totally different meaning. In fact, if you take the next example, let's say you want to say you are studying. You can say informally, let's say you're just mentioning that your younger brother or sister is studying, you say ni padikira. So there is no na sound at the end of it. It's just I'm of course representing this in English, but it's R-E-Y, you can say. Whereas the previous case, it's R-E-N, so that N sound is very important when you're referring to yourself. But of course, if you want to say you are studying, and let's say to an older person, then you can say Neenga padichittu irukeenga. Okay, so that would be the formal way of saying you are studying. Now we go to the special sounds. Now this is a challenge. Anyone who can pronounce these sounds, especially the very first one, I can bet you they can learn Tamil. So this is the real challenge, and actually this sound, it is pronounced as Ra. Whatever you see there, Z-H-A, that is a special sound that is found in Tamil. Actually, I see even Malayalam, the other South Indian language, has this sound. But it is again pronounced as Ra. So a few words that have this sound are, well, the actual language itself, Tamil, it's actually pronounced as Tamir. Okay, it ends with that Ra sound. Another word is Param. Okay, and Param basically means fruit. And another example is Varai. Varai generally refers to the banana. So if you can say Varai Param, you can really learn to speak Tamil. So anyway, I also see that many people really don't get this sound, and they instead substitute the Ra sound for La, the La sound, the L sound. So they instead say Tamil or Palam or Valai, it's okay, you can live with that, but the correct way of pronouncing it is Tamil. Another word is the Nya sound, Nya. Actually, I'm writing it down here with a G, although the G is actually silent. Some people say Jnanam. So you start off with the G, but it's almost silent. So you say Jnanam, okay, which is knowledge. Also, of course, we're not learning the Tamil script here. We're not learning how to read or write Tamil. I'm just using English to denote some of these sounds. So if you actually look at the script in Tamil, there is a letter which can be pronounced as ka or ga. Sometimes it's substituted, and it really depends on the circumstance. And another letter, the same letter basically can be pronounced as sa or cha. Similarly, pa and ba have the same letter. So it really depends on which kind of sentence and which kind of scenario it is you're using to choose which one it is. So it takes a while to get the hang of this, but we'll go a few examples here. So ga and ka. So kai, for example, is vegetable. Generally, it refers to a vegetable or anything that's not yet ripe. So for example, if you take coconut, you can pronounce this as tengai or tenga. So ka and ga. Okay. And another common Tamil name is Venkat, but it can also be pronounced as Vengat. And you will actually see that there are other South Indian people other than Tamil who have names like Venkat, for example, Telugu. So, but you'll never see a person who is a Telugite who has a name Vengat, right? But generally, if you see a person with a name Vengat, you know he's Tamil because they have substituted that ka sound for a ga. But that's a simple example. Another one is sa and cha. Okay, the same letter denotes the sound sa as well as cha in Tamil. So an example is the word say or the word tell. You can pronounce that in Tamil as sollu or chollu. Okay, sollunga means tell me. Cholunga also means tell me, but you can again substitute the sa or the cha. And different parts of Tamil Nadu, they use different sounds. Some people say sollu, some people say chollu, and similarly ba and pa are can also be interchanged, and I really don't think there are many occasions when this has to be done. But I hope this lesson gives you an idea of the subtleties in pronunciation, and we'll learn some more interesting, more fun things in the next video. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Nandri Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil Lesson 7 in the kitchen. This is my favorite video so far because I just love cooking and I really think that bonds are made in the kitchen. So let's get right to it. Food is generally called as sapada, water is tanni, fruit is param. Again, the ra sound, so param. If you really can't pronounce it, it's okay to say param. Not the best way, but we understand you're not an expert. I mean, I'm not an expert either. I'm just sharing what I know. Vegetable is kai, salt, uppu, and sugar is sakkarai. Generally, to cook or cooking is referred to as samayal. Vessel is patram. A spatula or a big spoon is karandi. A big cooking bowl is kadai. Plate is tatta. A cup or a glass, I mean, you can actually just say cup, but the correct word is sombu or chombu. General ingredients, powder is tool or podi. Paste is tokku or chutney. Milk is pal. Curd is tayir, also yogurt. Lemon is elimicham. And tamarind is puli. So lemon rice would be elimicha shadam. Tamarind rice would be puli sadam. Some common fruits, now it's really okay to say in English, but I'm just listing out the actual words anyway. Apple is apple, orange is musambi, banana is varai param, grapes is drakshai, mango is mambaram. Now, of course, when I say mambaram, I mean the ripe fruit mango. If you want to refer to the green mango, which is not yet ripe, that is manga or mangai. Common vegetables, tomato is takkali, onion is vengayam, coconut is tenga, potato is urulakerangu. Now, anything that grows under the ground is kerangu. Okay, so potato is round, so urula means round, so urulakerangu refers to the potato. Greens, now any kind of greens like spinach, for example, is kirai, peas is patani. Now we have something called Aru Suvai in Tamil. So these are the 6 different tastes. So let's just go over them. Suvai basically means taste. So sweetness is inippu. Okay, so if you want to say like it's too sweet, you can say romba inippa irukku. It's salty is uppa irukku. Uppu is of course salt. Spicy means karam. So it isn't spicy enough would be karam pattala. Bitter is kasappu. Sour is pulippu. And there's another taste, I don't really know what the English term is for this taste, so it's a taste that you get when you have fenugreek or the betel nut taste, and it's called tuvarpu. Not a very commonly encountered taste. Supposing you want to describe that the tea is gone cold, you can say tea ari poch. And if you want to say careful, it's hot. You can say paathu suda irukku. Suda, of course, is hot. Ari pocha is referring to getting cold. A few items that you find in the Indian kitchen. The pickle is called the urgai or urkai. Vegetable curry generally is called as poriyal. A curry like with a lot of gravy is called as korambu. Okra or lady's finger, the vegetable is referred to as vendakai. Brinjal or eggplant is called katrikai. Drumstick is muringakai. And radish is mullanga. Some common Tamil dishes. Rice is sadam. Some people say shadam. You can also call it soru or choru. I personally prefer sadam. Indian pancake is called as dosa, quite popular. Indian rice cake is idli. The lentil curry that goes well with this is called as sambar. The pepper and tamarind water generally, they all call it either pepper water or tamarind water or pepper plus tamarind water. That is called as rasam. And a few sentences. What are you cooking? Enna samakkira, or formally, enna samakkiringa. I'm making dosa with coconut chutney. Naan dosavum thenga chutney seiren. Tell me how to make filter coffee. So this is like a little recipe. Filter coffee eppadi pandrathu? So first we boil water and then we pour it into the filter. Thanni vega vechu filter la ஊத்தணும். So thanni is water, vega vechu is to boil, ஊத்தணும் is to pour. Thanni vega vechu filter la ஊத்தணும். Add coffee powder and leave it for 10 minutes. Coffee தூள் போட்டு 10 நிமிஷம் வைக்கணும். So தூள் of course is powder, போட்டு is to add, 10 is 10, nimisham is minutes, வைக்கணும் is to keep it or leave it. Add some milk and sugar in a cup. ஒரு கப்ல பாலும் சர்க்கரையும் போடணும். So of course பால் is milk, சர்க்கரை is sugar, and போடணும் is to add. ஒரு of course is 1 or a cup. Pour the decoction into the cup and coffee is ready. So decoction ஐ கப்ல ஊத்தணும், coffee தயார். So decoction is your coffee decoction and you pour it into the cup. So ஊத்தணும் is to pour, and tayar is another word for ready, but you can just say ready too, that's fine. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next video. Welcome and welcome to Conversational Tamil, Lesson 8, Directions and Travel. Straight is nera, right is valadu, left yedadu, turn is tiruppu, close by is kitta, far away dooram, adjacent or near is pakkam. It's okay to actually use some of the English terms to describe directions. Most people understand. Supposing you want to refer to an upslope or a steep ascent, then that would be medu. Downslope or a hole in the ground, to describe that you can say pallam. See or look is paru. Now if you want to say watch out or be careful, you can say paathu. Stop is nillu or niruthu informally, and nillunga or niruthunga formally. To get around let's go is polam, shall we leave is polama. Where shall we go? Yenga polam. Let's go home, veetukku polam. I don't know the way, enakku vali theriyadu. How to get there? Eppadi porathu? How to get to the airport, for example. Airportukku eppadi porathu? Go straight. Nera ponga formally and nera po informally. Supposing you're giving directions to the driver, you can say, actually in English you can even say, people understand, but you can say, for example, driver right ponga or driver left ponga. Of course you can substitute this with the valadu and yedadu. Turn right and go straight. That would translate to right tiruppi nera ponga formally, or instead of ponga you can say po informally. Now instead of saying right, you can say valadu pakkam tiruppi nera ponga. So turn right and then go straight. Some more examples. How far is the beach? Beach evlo dooram? It's quite far. Beach romba doorathla irukku, or beach romba dooram. Okay. How do I get to the beach? Beach ku eppadi porathu? Go left to the bus stop. Left pona bus stop varum. Okay. Take bus number 21. The ticket will be about rupees 10. So bus number 21 or 21. 21 means 21. Bus number 21 edukanum or bus number 21 edukanum. Ticket 10 ரூபா இருக்கும். So 10 is 10, ரூபா is of course rupees, இருக்கும் is it will be about that much. So bus number 21 எடுக்கணும், ticket 10 ரூபா இருக்கும். Get down at the beach stop. You can ask the conductor for help. So you can say beach stopல இறங்கு or beach stopல இறங்குங்க. And if you want to say, you can ask the conductor for help. Conductor கேட்டா சொல்லுவாங்க. Okay. So those are a few examples for directions. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. I'll see you in the next video. Nandri, vanakkam.
Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil Lesson 9 in the classroom and at work. Some words that are encountered in the classroom: teacher is Vadiyar, Asiriyar. You can also refer to a professor as Perasiriyar. School is Pallikudam. Studies is Padippu. An exam or a test is Pariksha. Marks or score is Yen. You can simply call it as marks. Some words are difficult is Kashtam, easy is Sulabam, competition is Poti, book is Pustagam or Puttagam, salary or income is Sambalam. Some sentences with respect to your school. Now, which school or college do you go to? Yenda school pore or yenda college poringa. Poringa, of course, is formal. I study at Bethany School. நான் Bethany Schoolல படிச்சிட்டு இருக்கேன் or நான் Bethany Schoolல படிக்கிறேன். Where is it? It's in Bangalore. So for example, where is it would be எங்க இருக்கு. It's in Bangalore would be Bangaloreல இருக்கு. If you want to say it's near the airport, airport பக்கத்துல இருக்கு. Which grade or which class are you studying? எந்த கிளாஸ்ல படிக்கிற or எந்த கிளாஸ்ல படிக்கிறீங்க? What's the fees or tuition like? Fees எவ்வளோ? What is your favorite subject? உனக்கு or உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்ச subject எது? பிடிச்ச is the one you like. So favorite. உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்ச subject எது? Which one? Okay. At work, for example, what do you do? நீ என்ன பண்ற or நீங்க என்ன பண்றீங்க? I'm a teacher would be நான் டீச்சரா இருக்கேன். I'm an engineer would be நான் engineer-ஆ இருக்கேன். Where do you work? எங்க வேலை பண்ற or எங்க வேலை பண்றீங்க? At Bethany School. Bethany Schoolல வேலை செய்றேன். If you want to say I work at Bethany School, you can say Bethany Schoolல வேலை செய்றேன். I work at the power plant. Power plantல வேலை செய்றேன். வேலை is of course work. Some more sentences. What do you teach? என்ன சொல்லித்தர or என்ன சொல்லித்தரீங்க? What field do you work in would be எதுல வேலை பார்க்குற or எதுல வேலை பார்க்குறீங்க formally. I teach math. நான் math சொல்லித்தரேன். I work in manufacturing. நான் manufacturingல வேலை பண்றேன். What have you studied? நீ என்ன படிச்சிருக்க or நீங்க என்ன படிச்சிருக்கீங்க? How much is your salary? உன் சம்பளம் எவ்வளோ or உங்க சம்பளம் எவ்வளோ? What are the timings? வேலை எப்போ இருக்கும்? From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. 9 மணியிலிருந்து 5 மணி வரைக்கும். Now obviously you don't have to mention that from morning 9 a.m. to evening 5 p.m. It's kind of understood. But if you do want to say that way, you can say காலை 9 மணியிலிருந்து சாயந்தரம் 5 மணி வரைக்கும். காலை is morning, சாயந்தரம் is evening, 9 is 9, 5 is 5. So 9 மணியிலிருந்து means from 9 a.m. வரைக்கும் means until. When do you work is எப்போ வேலை செய்வ or எப்போ வேலை செய்வீங்க? Now if you want to say how far is work from here, you can say or rather how far is work from home, you can say வீட்டிலிருந்து எவ்வளோ தூரம். Home is வீடு or வீட்டு. How far is work from here, you can say இங்கிருந்து எவ்வளோ தூரம். It's far away means ரொம்ப தூரம் போகணும் or ரொம்ப தூரமா இருக்கு. It's near means கிட்டக்க இருக்கு. How do I get there? Go to the main road, turn right at the signal. It's near the subway. Now how do I get there? You can say எப்படி போறது. Okay, so if you want to say go to the main road, you can say main road po or main road ponga. Turn right at the signal. So signal la right திரும்பு or signal la right திரும்புங்க. It's near the subway. So subway பக்கத்துல இருக்கும். Near of course is பக்கம் or பக்கத்துல. So subway பக்கத்துல இருக்கும் or subway கிட்ட இருக்கும். Both are correct. So I hope that gives you an idea about
directions as well as questions or conversations at work and in the classroom. I'll see you in the next video. Nandri. Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil Lesson 10, Opposites. So we're going to learn about some basics opposites. Good is nalladu, bad, kettadu. Inside is ulle, outside is veliye or velila. Near is kitta or kittakka. Far is dooram. Bright is velicham and dark is or darkness is irrittu. Rich, actually this is a rich person, panakaran. Poor or poverty is yerai. Beautiful is aragu. Ugly is asingam. Hot is soodu. Cold is kulir. Now if you want to say the food's gone cold, then you can say the sapada aari pochu. Okay, so you're not going to say food kulirachu. That's for temperature. Kulir is basically like temperature wise. Suda again is temperature wise. Suda means it's hot. Wet is iram. Dry is kai or kanji pochu. So for example, if you want to say the clothes have become dry or they are dry, tuni kanji pochu. So tuni is clothes, kanji is dry. Pochu means they have become dry. Happy is sandosham, sad is sogam, down or under is kira, top or up is mela, night is ratri, kalai or dinam refers to day, clean is suttam and dirty is arakku, easy is sulabam, difficult kashtam, less is konjam, more is adigam, old parasu or paraya, new is pudu, open tirandu, closed is moodu. So for example, if you want to say open the door, you can say kadava thora, or close the door, kadavai moodu. Kadava means door. Right is sari or correct. You can also use the word sari for yes. Wrong is tappa. You can also say tavaru. Sari tappa is the most common way of saying right and wrong. Fast is vegam. Slow is mellam. Or some people say mollam. Small is chinna. Kutti also means small. Sometimes even a young one of an animal, for example. Big is perusu. Tall is uyaram, short is kuttai, long is neelam, short again is kuttai, thin is sannam or olli, and fat is gundu, noisy is sattam, romba sattama irukka means it's very noisy, quiet or peaceful is amaidi. And that ends this opposites lesson. I'll see you in the next video. Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil, lesson 11. And in this we'll look at parts of the body. Ears is kada, nose is mooku, mouth is vai, lips is udadu. Udadagal is actually lips. Udadu is just lip. Teeth is pallu. Tongue is naak. Skin is generally tol or charmam or sarmam. Eyes is kannu. Kangal is eyes and kannu is eye. Eyelid is imai or kannimai because it's related to the eye. So kannimai. Eyebrow is purvam. Face is mugam or munja. Head is talai or manda. Nails is nagam. Nail is nagam and actually nails is nagangal. Hair is mudi or kundal. Hand is kai. Fingers is viral or viralgal. Leg is kal. Toes is kal viral. Knee is mutti. Back is mudaga. Neck is karutha. Throat is tondai. Some internal organs are, for example, brain is moolai. heart is நெஞ்சு, stomach is வயிறு, intestines is குடல், veins is நரம்பு or நரம்புகள். So some sentences with these words. For example, my head hurts is என் தலை வலிக்குது, or my hand hurts would be என் கை வலிக்குது. For example, my leg needs an operation would be என் கால operation பண்ணணும். So that concludes the video on body parts. I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to Conversational Tamil Lesson 12. We'll look at animals and birds in this lesson. So general farm animals, animal generally referred to as a wild animal would be mirugam. A rat or a mouse can be referred to as yeli. A cat is punai. Dog is nai. Cow is madu. And ox is kalai. A goat is adu. Sheep is semmari adu. A pig is panni. And a duck is vatu. Some more animals. Bear is karadi. Elephant is yanai. Lion singam. Tiger is puli. A leopard is siritai. Wolf is onai. And fox is nari. Bat is vawal. Deer is maan. And a spotted deer is pulli maan. Pulli basically means spots or circles. So pulli maan. Squirrel is anil. Camel is ottagam. Rhino is ganda miragam. Hippo is neer yanai. Neer actually generally refers to water, and yanai is elephant. So the elephant that stays in water is a hippo. Neer yanai. Monkey is korangu. Tail generally refers to wal. I mean, it's a general term for tail. Skin is tol, and horns is kombu. So these are of course parts of the animal. Some more, we have snake, which is pamba. Insect generally is referred to as poochi. Butterfly is vannathu poochi. Vannam is color, so a colorful insect is vannathu poochi. Firefly is minmini poochi. Minmini, of course, here referring to the light. Spider is yettikal poochi. Yetta is 8, kal is leg, so 8-legged insect or yettikal poochi is spider. Beetle is generally referred to as vanda. A honeybee would be ten vanda. Ten refers to honey, so ten vanda is honeybee. A dragonfly is tumbi. A scorpion is tail. Lizard is palli. A roach is karapambuchi. A chameleon is arana. A crab is nanda. Fish is mean. A shark is sura or sura. Prawn is yera. Now, hunt generally refers to vetai, and hunter is vetai karan. Fisherman is a meenkaran, and a young one generally refers to kuti. Birds here, for example, bird generally refers to like paravai. Pigeon is pura. Chicken is kori. A turkey would be van kori. A cock is seval. A crow is kaka. A peacock is mail. A koel is koel. A sparrow is kuruvi. And generally wings is siragu or siragugal. So that concludes my video on animals and birds. I'll see you in the next lesson.
Vanakkam and welcome to Conversational Tamil Lesson 13. We're going to look at basically how to express yourself with different emotions in this lesson. So some words that you generally use, if you're referring to someone who's really dear to you, you can say chellam. It also means like a pet, not as an animal pet, but someone that is very close to you. You can typically use this word for children or someone who's really close to you, like your spouse. Kanna is also another word for loved one or dear. Again, it's used for usually children. Anbu or pasam means affection. Kadal is love. Sorry, to say sorry is manichiko informally or manichikonga formally.
To say I like this place a lot, you can say எனக்கு இந்த இடம் ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு. எனக்கு இந்த இடம் ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு. Okay. Please forgive me would translate to என்ன மன்னிச்சிடு informally or என்ன மன்னிச்சிடுங்க, which is formal. So some question answers based on this would be, say for example, if you're asking someone what happened. So என்ன ஆச்சு? I am worried, for example, would be எனக்கு கவலையா இருக்கு. கவலை basically means worry. So கவலையா இருக்கு. For example, why are you crying would be ஏன் அழற, or informally, you can say அழற. Formally, you can say ஏன் அழறீங்க. Okay. Don't cry would basically be அழாத informally, or அழாதீங்க formally. For example, if you're inquiring if someone is sick, did you fall sick would be உடம்பு சரியில்லையா. I mean, it's very specific to inquiring the health of a person. So உடம்பு really means body. So உடம்பு சரியில்லையா means, have you fallen sick? I have a fever or a cold. Fever basically is joram and cold is jaladosham. I mean, you could even say just fever and cold in English. I mean, this is really the slang version here, but if you want to use the correct word, you can say எனக்கு ஜுரம் இருக்கு, so I have a fever, or எனக்கு ஜலதோஷம் இருக்கு means I have a cold. Are you taking medicines would be மருந்து சாப்பிட்டியா. மருந்து is medicine. மருந்து சாப்பிட்டியா informally, or மருந்து சாப்பிட்டீங்களா formally. Don't go outside would be வெளியில போகாத informally, or போகாதீங்க formally. Again, continuing this, let's say you want to tell someone to take plenty of rest, you would say, basically you're asking them to sleep well. Nalla தூங்கு. தூங்கு is to sleep. So தூங்கு is informal and நல்லா தூங்குங்க is formal. தூங்குங்க is formal. Shall I get you something to eat or something to drink? சாப்பாடு கொண்டு வரட்டா means can I get some food for you? தண்ணி கொண்டு வரட்டா is can I get you some water? I'm feeling cold would be எனக்கு குளிருது. I'm feeling hot as in you're sweating. You can say எனக்கு வேர்க்குது. So for example, if you want to turn the fan on or off, you're requesting, you can say, can you turn off the fan or AC? Then you can say fan AC off pandriya or pandringla is formal. Pandriya is informal. And then can you turn the fan or AC on would be fan or AC on pandriya or pandringla. You can also say fan or AC podriya or podringla. Okay. Why are you feeling down or why are you feeling sad would be நீயே சோகமா இருக்க. Sogam is basically sadness. So formally that would be நீயே சோகமா இருக்க or ஏன் சோகமா இருக்க. You can also say நீங்க ஏன் சோகமா இருக்கீங்க or simply ஏன் சோகமா இருக்கீங்க. Why are you feeling sad? I'm not in a good mood. You can just say எனக்கு மனசு சரியில்லை or எனக்கு mood சரியில்லை. Don't worry would just be கவலைப்படாத informally or கவலைப்படாதீங்க formally. And if you just want to reassure someone, everything will be alright, you can say எல்லாம் சரியாயிடும். So that's the end of this lesson. I hope you've got something out of this video. நன்றி, வணக்கம்.